Hey gang, and welcome back to another video on Vimeo.com. I, of course, am your host, Spencer Shea, specifically from Season 3 of iCarly. And today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different from what we normally do on the channel. You see, usually when I sit down to make a YouTube video, I'm trying to make fun of something else. That way, I feel better about myself. But every good YouTuber knows that to make it big on this platform, you gotta be able to poke fun at yourself, knock your ego down a few pegs, as the kids say. I don't think kids say that, but just pretend that they do. So we're gonna be taking that proverbial camera of shame and pointing it back around at myself, specifically at high school Greg. Anyone else just get chills from that, or? Okay, so for a bit of context, my freshman year of high school, I took this class called Web Office. And the first semester of it or so was just kind of learning how to use like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, the whole Microsoft family. But we ended up switching teachers halfway through the school year, and the new teacher that came in completely changed like the entire trajectory of the course, and all of a sudden we were learning how to make videos on our iPads. And that was awesome for me, because for the past couple of years at that point, I had been really into the idea of becoming a YouTuber. Shocker, I know. But up to that point, I really had no real means of making videos. I never had a video camera, I didn't have a smartphone until like the end of 8th grade. Even if I had those things, I had no idea how to edit or upload to the internet. So this class was my first chance to try and make a video, and oh boy did I. So pretty much all of the actual videos I made in this class are gone, just lost to time. I've tried to find them, trust me, I want to find them as much as you guys do. But I do have the next best thing, the scripts. So what we're about to read is a script to a video that me and two of my classmates made called The Top 10 Worst Video Games of All Time. Again, shocker, right? Like, what else would I have made a video about at that point? So all three of us are kind of trading off throughout the video, but I'm just gonna kind of read it just straight through. I'm not really gonna enunciate when like the point of view changes. If something's specifically written by me and I want you guys to know that, I'll point it out, but I'm just gonna start reading this and I'm gonna critique it, and while I'm reading, I'm probably just gonna show some B-roll footage to kind of maybe emulate what it might have looked like, but probably edited at least a little better. Ever since the dawn of time, men have created video games. However, not all games have been good. We will be presenting the top 10 worst video games of all time. That wasn't a bit there. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure that's how it was read in the video. I don't know why it stuck in my mind like that all these years, but yeah, no, that's how we said it. So for some reason, number 10 isn't on here. I feel like maybe what happened was we just didn't write it in the script, like we just freeballed it. I really don't know. The other 9 entries are still here, so don't worry, there's still plenty of cringe to go around. Number 9, Shaq Fu. This is a video game about the famous basketball player Shaquille O'Neal going around China using kung fu to beat up bad guys. This itself is a reason why it is in this countdown. The graphics are horrible and nobody should ever play this game. So fun note about this entire project actually. None of these games I don't think like any of us had actually played. So all of these critiques are on things that we just looked up like the Wikipedia page of and just went from there because like, I don't know, probably like the angry video game nerd just said they were bad. I mean, that's just 14-year-olds for you. Like, our reason that this game is bad is apparently because Shaquille O'Neal beats up bad guys. The point of the game. And that the graphics look bad, which, I mean, I'm not doubting that Shaq Fu is a bad game. I'm pretty sure it is, but we just didn't give any good reasoning, so... Number 8, Ninja Bread Man. The game Ninja Bread Man is a game based on fighting an army of evil cakes. The game was only released for the Wii, therefore it is terrible. Only way to beat the game is to defeat a giant cake monster and save Candyland. Unless you are a preschooler, this game will not be any fun. So this entry was specifically written by me, and no, I didn't know anything about Ninja Bread Man, if you can't tell by reading that. But what throws me off is that line I wrote that it's terrible because it's on the Wii. I'm pretty sure at that time the most recent console I had was a Wii, but I don't know why I'm acting here like I'm above this. Number 7, Sneak King. This game is obviously terrible. For starters, the only way to obtain the game was to receive it inside a Burger King kids meal. The object of the game is to sneak around various maps, delivering food to surprised customers. The game has 3 increasing difficulties: Easy, medium, and what I call impossible. Overall, Sneak King can be labeled as a cheap kids meal toy. Technically, everything he said here is right, but again, it's just not written very well. Like the first sentence is, this game is obviously terrible, and then we don't give any good reason as to why. Again, I'm sure it is. Just no reasoning. Number 6, Zelda the Wand of Gamelon. This game is extremely bad. It's like any other Zelda game except for the fact that it's bad. The graphics are bad, the storyline is bad, and the boss battles are bad. Yes, I said it, even the boss battles are bad. For example, one boss dies after one hit, and the cutscene shows him screaming, "You killed me." That's why it's at number 7. Oh, Jesus. This entry right here, I'm pretty sure is like the most indicative that this was written by a bunch of 14-year-old geeks, okay? Did we not have a thesaurus at the time? Like, you can't just claim something's bad and have it be so. And yeah, if you've heard of Wand of Gamelon, that game sucks. Like, everyone knows that. But my classmates that were mostly, 14-year-old not nerds probably had never heard of it, and they don't know why this is bad. Number 5, Sonic 06. Sonic 06 was the hyped Sonic game for the franchise's 15th anniversary, but when the game finally came out, people began to realize the game was awful. It was filled with glitches like glitching out of the game's boundary. Ever wanted to ignore all laws of physics? This game lets you do that. Ever wanted to walk up a 90-degree angle and stand upside down? You can do that too. Do yourself a favor and never play this game ever. So this was another one written specifically by me, and I remember being extremely hyped for this. As I said, at this point in time, I really wanted to be a YouTuber, and I was really into Angry Video Game Nerd and JonTron and stuff like that. And the idea of getting to do like a mini review of Sonic 06, a horrible game in a franchise that I was like really obsessed with at the time, I was obsessed with this. I had to simplify a lot of this, to fit it in like a 30-second time frame. Number 4, E.T. This game is based off the movie E.T. by Steven Spielberg. The graphics are similar to the original Super Mario. Okay. No, they are not. First of all, they aren't at all similar. The object of the game is to collect pieces of a telephone to call E.T.'s home planet. The game is extremely hard because holes in the map are disguised as the background. Bottom line, don't buy this game. Don't worry. Nobody's going to, because it's an Atari game from the 80s. I don't know, it's funny to me that we threw that as like the closing line of that segment, as if you can just go out and buy E.T. for the Atari at like your local Walmart. I don't know what was going on with that. Number 3, Hotel Mario. This game is about going to various hotels and fighting the Koopa Kids, or the 7 kids of Bowser. The final level is when Bowser appears, you must defeat Bowser to save the princess. The game ends with the famous quote, "All toasters toast toast," and all of the toasters throw toast into the air. The game can't even get grammar right. So what I find funny about this entry, which again is written by me, by yours truly, is that we end it on saying the game can't even get grammar right, which I don't know why. I don't know how that tied into anything, to be honest. But the ironic thing is, if you look at that line on the dock, there's a bunch of blue grammar lines, which is just hilarious to me. Number 2, Superman 64. Let me just start off by saying this game shouldn't even count as a game. The graphics look like half-inflated beach toys, and all you do is fly through rings. Once you complete a ring flying level, you get 6 seconds to try and throw 2 cars and save a baby. If you touch the ground or a building, you get stuck and have to restart. This game deserves its spot at number 2 for obvious reasons. Don't really have much to say about this one. It's fine, I guess. We actually gave a couple of legit reasons why it wasn't good. I mean, maybe legit is kind of stretching it a bit. Calling the graphics half-inflated beach toys I don't think is enough to really, critique a game. Mario 64 looks like a bunch of half-inflated beach toys, and that game's amazing. So before we jump into number 1 here, I want to specify that we were all extremely excited for this. I don't remember how any of us came across this game. I know I came across it first. I think it was in some random YouTube video, but oh boy, we were so hyped. The class is gonna be busting out laughing at this. They weren't, but we had fun. I think that's what really matters. So let's read number 1 here. Number 1, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing 18 Wheels of Thunder. We had to get the full title in there for comedic effect, I guess. I don't know. This game is number 1 for many reasons. The graphics are bad, the controls are bad, and just about everything in this game is bad. There's no gravity, therefore you can just go straight up a mountain and you can't even fall down. If you go in reverse, the speedometer goes crazy, and you go into light speed. The computer you're supposed to race against doesn't even move, and in an update stopped right at the finish line. If you do win, the screen flashes your winner, so the game doesn't even spell right. This game is the worst video game of all time. So Big Rigs Over the Road Racing is a pretty bad game. But what's hilarious to me is that there is so much potential. We could have made like an entire project just on this game. And when we were working on this, we thought we'd gone over the top. Like we were like, oh, this is like, every other entry on this list is just like a peasant compared to this. Yet at its core, it was just like, oh, the game's bad because we said everything and it's bad. But yeah, that was the top 10 worst video game, or I guess top 9 worst video games of all time. I had pretty fond memories working on that. I wish every day I could see the original because I know how bad it is. Again, it was edited on iMovie and it was recorded on our iPad, iPad mini, I think, speaker. So, I'm sure it was,
high quality stuff.
Okay, breaking news real quick. I actually found on my school iPad an actual video that we made. It's still here. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna show the world this. So for a bit of context here, okay, the context is important. This project was supposed to be an interview video project. We're supposed to make, an entire edited interview. And we waited until the literal period before this was due. Like we didn't work on it at all for like a week and we just winged it. So in the homeroom before this was due, we made an entire interview project about procrastination and its many effects. So we're gonna do that. I am gonna blur out the faces of my classmates just because I don't feel like going and asking them like, hey, can I upload this thing we made 6 years ago or 8 years? Holy shit, how old am I?
Okay, Greg, state your name and what you're here for.
My name is Jamarson Lamar Lamarson Jamar. I'm here for the interview.
Oh, the cringe. The cringe. Now I know what this looks like. This looks like it's potentially racist. I can't explain to you why I made my name that. I think all of us did that. It was like from some, I don't know, maybe like some popular bit at the time. I don't know. Don't cancel me, please. This was 8 years ago.
My name is Jaquel Lamarson, and I'm here for... What am I here for?
I'm Tim.
Okay, I think that was supposed to be like the punchline to the setup. Like we had these like extravagantly long names and these just like this white, like, oh, I'm Tim. But it doesn't work because we were all, it's not good. Maybe I shouldn't go through with this.
Feel about procrastination, Tim?
Well, I think that it is not a very good thing to do, but, I mean, hey, it happens.
I think the main cause of procrastination is...
Well, Greg, I think the main cause of procrastination would be your mom.
Oh, yeah, you can very easily tell we did this the class before it was due. Like, there is nothing of worth here. I don't know what grade we got on this. Can't imagine it was a good one.
Why do you think your mom is the main cause of procrastination?
Because my mom wouldn't let me play Pokemon as a child, and I have to live out my dreams of Pokemon now, on my iPad.
Okay, so more context. At the time, like me and all of the guys in this class got this like Game Boy emulator on our iPads that the school gave us. So we were all just playing Pokemon Emerald. And we just did that instead of working on like classwork ever. Is it too late to stop watching this?
Why do you think that procrastination is a big problem with students today?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Why do you think you procrastinate?
I'm sorry, what?
Why do you procrastinate?
Because I haven't caught this Pokemon yet.
Oh.
And that's the end of the video. That was all we came up with. So yeah, if you can't tell, I was a horrible loser in high school. Whew. All right, well, I'm just gonna get rid of my iPad now and probably just throw that in the trash so I never have to see any of that again. Anyway, thanks for not unsubscribing to me, I guess. I know it's been a hot second since my last upload, but I promise more videos are coming, more real ones that aren't just me unscriptedly looking at really bad stuff from high school. Apparently, it's really hard to make videos in your last year of college. Big shocker, I know. But yeah, I guess consider this my 2-year YouTube special. A lot less climactic than the last one, for sure. But thank you for sticking it out with me for 2 years, or 2 months, or 2 days, whenever you found my channel. Thanks for subscribing. Please just don't cancel me. I guess that actually already happened on Twitter last week, so can you get canceled twice? No, I think I'm good. All right, see you guys next time.